about with challenges. Sometimes you have to come to school with the same clothes on. You may not have had food the day before. You may not have had lunch that day. You may not have had dinner that day. You may not go home to something that's still full in the cabinets and in the refrigerator. But yet and still, through it all, you learn to trust. You learn to trust in God because your source of joy, your source of happiness does not come simply from yourself, but it comes from a power that is higher than yourself. It comes from a power that is outside of yourself. It comes from the source of God Almighty. I'm proud to say that because when people ask me, well, who are you? I tell them, I don't say that, oh, I'm a motivational speaker. I don't say, hey, I'm this person, I'm that person. What I do is not who I am. Who I am a child of the King. Who are you today? I challenge you to discover who you are, what is your purpose for being here today? What is your purpose in life? What has defined your pathway? What has defined your journey? Who are you? Who are you becoming? And are you becoming that no matter what happens on the outside of you? No matter what happens in the circumstances? No matter what happens in the trials and tribulations? Can you be and will you be the person that you've dedicated your life to be? Who are you now and who are you becoming? What are your challenges? What are your hardships? What are your battles? What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to accomplish? I dare say that right now is a milestone in your life. You've come here today to support these graduates because this is truly a milestone for them. Through it all, through all the odds, through all the trials, through all the upstream battles, through all the mountain climbing, through all the channel swimming, they're here today to show you as a testimony of their life that no matter what happens to me, I'm here today and I can testify about my presence, I can testify about my achievements, that I'm here today, I'm standing right here. Though I may fall sometimes, I'm standing here and I'm going to be here and I'm going to represent that which I've come to represent. I represent me. I represent the child of the King, and I'm here to stay. And I'm going forward, with or without you. No matter what you say, no matter what you say, no matter what they say, no matter what anybody says, I'm here today, and I'm going to accomplish what I'm going to accomplish. When you're on a journey to becoming who you need to become, you have all kinds of problems and situations. But I want to say that no matter what the problem is, don't nurse it, don't curse it. And please, whatever you do, don't reverse it. Just call on God sometimes, and He will reverse it. Casting all your cares upon Him because He cares for you. I can tell you right now that if you don't have much spirituality, life will challenge you. You will have some spirituality. Sometimes some situations in life will bring you to your knees. It will humble you because of the circumstance. And you cannot control everything. All you can control is your choices and your decisions of what you do about it. And I say that that's where we are today, is that you have to be passionate about your dreams. You have to take your dreams and turn them into goals. And that is simply what a goal is. All a goal is, don't ever forget it, is a dream with a date on it. Today, this day, you have set in motion for your life. This day, October, you have set in motion for you to achieve as a milestone of accomplishment of a dream that you have, that you're on the journey of accomplishing. And today, you have begun the steps in taking your dreams and turning it into goals. All the goal is, as I said, is a dream with a date on it. You set the date, and here you are. Give yourselves a round of applause. When you're struggling through life, there is nothing nicer than having someone who appreciates you for the smallest of things. There's nothing like those who accept you in times of hardships, who comfort you when you're troubled, who loves you no matter what, and is simply happy for having you in their life. Sometimes when you look to depend on someone else, a cry on the shoulder every now and then, sometimes the shoulder is not there. Sometimes in the night hours when you're trying to figure out things in your life and things are rough and the edges are really, really rough and they're painful and they're sharp And sometimes you're thinking about, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go from here? How am I going to get this bill paid? How am I going to get that bill paid? And how am I going to get into this point of graduation? Sometimes you go through that and you want someone to just simply lean on. And sometimes you don't have anyone to lean on because there seems to be no one there for you. But I want to challenge you and tell you that there is someone that's always there for you. I want to challenge you and tell you that greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. I want to begin to conclude today and tell you that your dreams are very important. And that no matter how hard the battle, you can always know that if the battle is hard, the victor is all the more sweeter. Can you say sweet battle? Sweet battle. Can you say sweet victory? Sweet victory. I want to let you know that victory is sweet. Sometimes when you go through the crucible of life, you go through the hardest of times. At the end, when the light is at the end of the tunnel, that is when your brightest moment is defined in your life. You may go through a lot of things that people don't often understand, but you understand because you know where you're trying to go. And sometimes people don't join in you in accomplishing your dreams, and you have to simply go at it alone. But I want to let you know that you're always becoming somebody no matter what. I want to let you know that the kind of person that you have become right now through this experience, the kind of person that you build, the character that you build, the kind of ways that you build, the faith that you have developed, the ways that you have developed, your new walk, your new talk, the way you look at life perhaps is different. The rubber band of your mind has been stretched and it'll never be the same again. You've reached a plateau in your life where here from this point on, you go forward and you go onward and upward no matter what the trials and tribulation is. Give yourself a round of applause. Finally, I want to let you know that in order to accomplish something that you have never accomplished before, you have to become someone that you have never been. I'm going to say that again. In order to accomplish something that you have never accomplished before, you have to become who you have never been. And sometimes in the process of life, it's just like with gold. Gold, sometimes it may look ugly and dirty and everything like that, and it's in the ground, and someone extracts it out of the ground, and they start to wash it off and look at it and prune it, and then all of a sudden they take it and they look at it, and it shines a little bit, it has a little dull shine, and then they put it in the fire. And all of a sudden, its brightness begins to come out. It begins to shine. It begins to see what kind of value it has. Even though it was in the ground, now it has become a jewel. Now it has become something of value. Sometimes people don't value you for who you are. They don't show the kind of appreciation that they do. And you're in the crucible of your life, and you're in the hardships and hard times. But I want to let you know, gold tried in the fire. You are becoming someone and you're becoming somebody. And your achievements will continue to grow and you will continue to be strengthened by your trials and your tribulations. I want to end this and I say to you that take on the challenge. It's not more than just you graduating today, graduates. You have to continue to be multi-talented, multi-skilled for the marketplace. No matter what is happening here, don't just stop here. Go on to a university. Go on and get another degree. Go on and get another skill set. Continue to develop yourself no matter what. Don't stop here. Keep reading, keep researching, keep exploring, keep inventing, keep creating, keep imagining what's possible for yourself. It's necessary for you to develop some new relationships sometimes that you've developed here in college. It's necessary for you to share some dreams with some people and share some goals and visions with people. It's necessary for you to know how to turn things around when you go through hardships like this. You have learned and you've become someone very special. Continue to grow, continue to appreciate what the value of what you have achieved here in this life. I want to let you know that continue to target and continue to be relevant in your life. No matter what happens to you, continue to know where you are, what your purpose is, what you need to do in order to get to the next level. I challenge you today to become a no matter what person, no matter what the situation and circumstance is, you will become the person that you need to be. I challenge you today to be respectful to others, to be appreciative of others, understand some others, and go through what you need to go through. I'll tell you a brief story and I'm going to close. Not too long ago, I had come to a situation in my life where things were very difficult, things were very hard. I was on the border of being evicted out of my apartment. I was on the border of having my car and then eventually getting it repossessed. I had no transportation. and an eviction notice to go with that. I didn't know which way I was going to turn. I was without a job at the time. Facing that situation, I didn't know where I was going to turn. My family was divided. My children were young. And I went through a divorce. And during that time, there was a low point in my life. And I didn't know where I was going to turn. And one day I stood in the middle of my apartment with my legs folded, my head in my hands. And tears began to come down my eyes as I thought about, what has this come to? Here I am sitting with 3 college degrees, no job, no transportation, and about to be evicted out of my house. And I said to myself, there has to be a better way. There has to be another way. This cannot end like this. And you know what? It did not. One day I got up, I went out, I applied, I got hired, and before I could get a job, I needed to get transportation. I had no transportation. I was living in the Burleson, and I said to myself, how am I going to get there? I need to get to Arlington. I got on my bicycle. I rode my bicycle 45 miles, and I got to that point where I got to the drive to the place where the car was being sold. And I said to myself, I said, this is what I'm going to need. I'm not driving back. I'm not riding back on this bicycle. It began to rain as I got there. And the guy was waiting there for me. He says, anybody that rides a bicycle in the rain needs to give them a car. And I said, you're right. I do. I need a car. I took the bicycle. I went in with a post-dated check. And I gave the guy a post-dated check. And he said, I'm going to give you this car because I believe that you're going to do something with your life. And so I put that down payment down with that check. I took that bicycle, I put it in the trunk of my car, and I was driving down the road, rejoicing, thanking God for the struggle. It was hard. It was a hard-fought battle. I don't know if you ever rode a bike before. 45 miles. I had something I wanted to accomplish that morning, and I was determined to do it. You have something to accomplish today, and be determined to do it. No matter what happens, no matter what you go through, you can make it. No, if anybody else can make it, you can make it. And I challenge you, you make it today. No matter what happens, you become what you need to become. You do what you need to do, and enjoy the results of it. Enjoy the sweet victory of going through the battles that you'll be doing in your life. Thank you so much for your time.
Mr. Washington, we want to thank you so much for that inspirational message and for sharing with us your personal journey. In behalf of our thanks to you, we hope you will accept this appreciation of your speech. I would now like to ask Peggy Smith to present our student awards.